you will find that in those countries that I mentioned, or in those places that I've mentioned, the student of knowledge from the beginning, he's taught how to seek knowledge. Like in here, he's been given a book, مثلا an aqeedah book, and he's been taught Jahr wa Ta'deel, and he doesn't know how to write a sentence in Arabic. Yani who is that fair upon those students? Those teachers are bullying. Those students are depriving these students from having etiquettes and actually seeking the basics of knowledge. Or it would be said, اعلم رحمك الله أنه يجب علينا كذا وكذا وكذا, and then all of a sudden going into ashkhas and going into individuals and going into people, to the extent that a person who's not even upon the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in our community, he brought his children to one of the establishments of those people that claim to be upon the sunnah quh. And then instead of teaching them the book that they were meant to teach them, which was a noble book that we've studied here, studied in every masjid of Ahlul Sunnah, instead of teaching the shab the book, they would go into Fulan said this and Fulan said this and Fulan said this. And then the person who's actually in contradiction to and opposes many of aspects of the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asked this person, said to him, listen, my children are living in a non-Western, in a non-Muslim society. I want them to learn the Tawheed and the Sunnah. What you're teaching them won't benefit them, at least not at this particular moment. تخيل هذا. Imagine a person who's not on the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam saying this to the person claiming to be upon the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whereas naturally, normally, the norm is what? Ahlul Sunnah teach the Sunnah of the Prophet, the Tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They don't need an outsider to tell them to teach this.